At least I can't tell on my screen. Now we are.
All right. My name is Darius Shanfar. I'm chair of the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency Finance Committee, and I call this meeting to order. We have, I think, all members of the, we have a quorum for the Finance Committee, and we have all members of the IDA board here with the exception of Lloyd Stewart and Bob Schofield, unless they have recently joined. Our first order of business is to call for reading and approval of the minutes of the Finance Committee of March 10. Meeting minutes haven't been previously distributed. I call for a motion to waive the reading and approve the minutes as presented.
So moved.
Tracy and Lee, I think I heard. Any questions, corrections? All right, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. On to the report of the Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Opelka, quarterly budget update.
Yes. So in front of you is the quarterly budget update as of the March 31st. Being that it's old by a month, it's for your review. If there's any questions on this report, please feel free to contact me and I will be glad to answer any questions on it.
Great, thank you. On to unfinished business, we have none, but on to new business. We have a couple of projects up for discussion today. Both are historic renovation projects of downtown buildings, which conceptually always sounds like a great idea to me. We'll start with 66 State Street Associates. Both projects also are not seeking a pilot from the City of Albany, but they are seeking other exemptions. So, Andy, do you want to discuss the project first and then hand it over to Mr. Buell and others?
Absolutely. Thanks, Darius. The first project up, 66 State Street, involves the proposed historic reservation of an approximately 40,000 square foot vacant building into 27 market rate apartments and approximately 10,000 square feet of first floor commercial retail space. As Darius noted, the applicant is requesting sales and mortgage recording tax exemptions only. And with that, I will turn it over to Jeff Buell and Joe Perniciaro, who are representing the application to describe the project in a little more detail and answer any questions you may have.
Good afternoon, Andy Perniciaro. I've been pronouncing it wrong my whole life, so.
Fantastic, thank you.
But he's getting a call out in an IDA meeting, so he's really improving in life, so that's good. This one came kind of out of nowhere for us. There was an article in the Business Review a while ago. We feel like we're buying it at an okay price. I'll be honest with you, more of a Redburn needed some work to do because we dropped another project locally during the due diligence period. So everything that we've done in downtown Albany has been a great success from the residential side. This is obviously heavy on residential, but we believe in mixed use as much as possible. So we're going to try to keep that first floor commercial space. We were in there today. The building is decaying. If you want to get sick from mold, I'll invite you in. It is a very rapidly deteriorating building. So we are happy to be getting our hands on it now and not a year from now when it might be too late. How's that?
It's a long time coming. I think UHY moved out of there maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10, 12 years ago. It's been too long.
And it's cavernous. I'm just very happy that you were able to figure out how to, design the apartments and make the numbers work.
Yeah, they weren't working at first. And, the commercial makes it work. It's a little bit of a gambit because, commercial is not the strongest industry at the moment. But if you give that location, I guess our gut reaction is if you can't make that location on State Street work, then the region has a lot more problems than we're willing to address. So I'm in a very blunt mood today. If anybody wants to ask me something.
I think we should stay quiet, Jeff.
I don't know when Jeff's ever not in a blunt mood. So
I am sometimes in a not blunt mood.
Just knowing the difference.
I'm going to just assume that you don't feel that there are worse things coming for the city and the region because of this investment, and that would demonstrate your belief that that was not the case.
Well, so it's interesting, right? If you look at when we brought the Kenmore before you, there was a lot of oh, I don't know if people want to live down there, and it's like it was very obviously crazy, and so now we opened up 39 Columbia. We did the first 2 floors last weekend, and we had a 4-week leasing period basically, where we said, okay, we have 34 apartments available, and in 4 weeks, we leased 28 of them. I mean, we're doing
Fantastic.
we're doing one a day. So people want to be down here, and screaming from the rooftops for more people to come down here because we're limited in what we can do. But more people can. I don't know. I'm blunt today. I think the residential will work. The commercial is difficult. There's obviously some vacancies we need to address, and who these users are, and what does office space look like coming out of COVID. We don't have answers for, but we're willing to take a little bit of a gamble.
Terrific. And for those watching at home, I do want to point out that the project will be utilizing and pursuing the city's 485A tax exemption, which is similar to an IDA pilot, but is done through the city, which is why we're not coming here seeking a pilot and only for the other tax abatements. So with that, unless there's any other questions on 66 State Street, I'll move on to the other project, which is 61 North Pearl Street. I don't know if Andy, you want to introduce it again, and I also want to point out that these are just project introductions, so we're not taking any action today.
Sure. Thanks, Chair. 61 North Pearl Street. This project consists of the proposed historic renovation of another approximately 40,000 square foot building into approximately 15 market rate apartments with commercial space along Steuben Street that will remain, the tenants there will remain in place, and the current restaurant space will be re-tenanted with a similar use. Again, this project will only be requesting sales and mortgage recording tax exemptions. And with that, I will turn it over to Jeff or Joe Pernicharo.
Yeah, Joe's not getting anything today. The only correction I make there, Andy, is I wouldn't say similar use. I would say it's going to be I would call it a restaurant use. I want to be careful that it's going to be a restaurant.
Great.
Otherwise, yeah, I think this is a project that would not have worked for us if we didn't have the scale of our management company in downtown Albany right now. It would not be possible to undertake, but we have a good massing down here now, obviously very heavily invested on this specific block. And I think we'll do right by the building, and should be hopefully a quick project.
Jeff,
And
can you buy the building across the courtyard?
67.
Yeah, can you buy that one, please?
No.
I knew you were going to be blunt today.
Just for the record, this is also known as the Jillian's property from back in the day.
Yes.
So Pearl Street Pub is currently there. Any other questions or anything else with this particular project? All right. Well, thank you for coming down and introducing the project. With that, we'll move on to other business. I don't know if you have an agency update.
Sure, thank you. And so under agency update, a couple of quick things. It's exciting to have projects coming back through us. Continued momentum for downtown residential is talked through in relation to the 2 applications in front of us now. That has been an ongoing economic development strategy and priority for downtown, and it's certainly going to help us recover as we come out of the pandemic lockdown, to be able to have people living in our downtown area spurring all of those other investments. It's great to see. These are not the last 2 projects that are going to be coming before us in short order here. We do have a number of applications that Andy is working with the applicants on to get them in good shape to get in front of the committee, getting all the ducks in the row there. So we're going to see a busy summer coming through here at the IDA with project activity stacking up. I think the only other thing that I'd want to point out under agency update today is if you haven't seen the news from the Capital District Building Trades on their pre-apprenticeship program that has recently announced in the South End, really taking after a Western New York program that has had wild success. That has launched. Everyone is very excited about that. A number of folks on this call have been involved in fostering that and really attempting to support getting that model program up and started here. So that's great news on that front. We've also had Mike Lyons from the Building Trades reach out related to a policy initiative in Westchester County at their IDA about local labor, OSHA 10, and other things. We're going to meet with him in upcoming weeks to bring concepts like that back to the board. And we've talked about that as being a potential update to our project evaluation assistance framework. And so we're looking forward to having some good motion there as well. In terms of agency update, I think that is it, unless someone is telling me that I'm missing something else. We can move into the quick compliance update there, and that'll be a quick one for today.
Just for the record, I'm not compliant right now. I still need to do my financial forms. I haven't done them yet, so I apologize in advance.
That saved us from the public shaming, Darius. You did it to yourself. So I think we are. I think we are good on everybody else there. So thank you for that. And
I've been too busy trying to get $40 million from the federal government right now. So hopefully this week.
Thank you. And I think I can just trying to look at who's muted and who's not still, just in terms of other compliance, we are going to bring you back. Oh, sorry, Lee, go ahead.
Oh, it's all right. I just wanted to jump in before the compliance. Just so everybody knows, if anybody wants to go down today, down to 29 Broad Street, the MAP program is having an open house today from, it started at 11, it goes until 8 o'clock tonight. You can pop down and check out the building. There's going to be a large group at 1. That's where I'm heading as soon as we sign off of here. But if anybody wants to check it out, 29 Broad Street, it's down Morton.
Lee, can you tell us a little bit more about that? What's happening there?
So it's the old Castleman building. They moved out. They built a new building in Manans, but they still own that. There's talk of lease for right now, but they're trying to figure out if the program is going to be able to find the funding to buy that building rather than leasing it. The problem with some of the large warehouses is with the passing of the cannabis, the legalization of cannabis, warehouse prices through the roof right now. Anybody that's got a large warehouse, it's going towards the growers. So that's what everybody's talking about right now in the industry on our end. So, but yeah, 29 Broad Street. If anybody can check it out, we'd love to have you down there.
How long
So the
will you be
program
there, Lee, if
season-
we want a private tour?
I'll be there probably for like an hour or so.
Great, thank you.
All right.
Okay, and then just very quickly, compliance update. There's nothing major today, unless I'm wrong, Tom, on that. We're going to be bringing back our sort of final wrap up of end of year reporting from some of those additional stats we needed to chase down from the active projects, and then also a review of potential legal action that the board can take from Joe Scott's team at an upcoming meeting here. We'll get that scheduled and out to everyone at one of our upcoming meetings, either the next board meeting or following. I'm not sure if it's locked in yet. It is great.
Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, on the 20th.
Perfect. Okay,
All right.
good for the IDA.
Well, if there's no other business, I would call for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Tracy, Lee second.